Hey y'all, this is Officer Karen Law Dog reporting live to you downtown at the Kern County World War II Veterans Memorial. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, we've already had one kid honorably serve our country, 82nd Airborne. We've already had Charles honorably serve. Let's not forget my compadre back there. He honorably served. I'm sure there's tons of other people here who have honorably served. But today, Adon is being recognized for his efforts in the, what program is that?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Mayor Karen
Welcome to
Goh's
today's
here.
swear-in ceremony for the Central Valley's finest, the future soldiers of the Bakersfield Army Recruiting Company. Today we have the distinct honor of conducting the oath of enlistment for these young men and women before they attend basic training. We are very proud of the commitment they are making to their community and to their nation. We also have the pleasure of having the following distinguished guests in attendance today. The Mayor of Bakersfield, Mayor Karen Goh, Mrs. Diaz, representing Senator Shannon Grove, Deputy Fire Chief Kevin Albertson, Assistant Chief of Police Brent Stratton, Ms. Kim Price and Ms. Janelle Capra from the Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Jose Lopez, the Director for the Kern County Veterans Service Department. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Soldiers, attention! Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now introduce and welcome to the stage one of our keynote speakers, Mayor Karen Goh. Karen Goh serves as the 26th mayor for Bakersfield, California's 9th largest city. Mayor Goh graduated from Bakersfield High School, as well as a University of Southern California undergraduate and graduate school alumna. She is also the president and CEO of Garden Pathways, a community-based nonprofit that mentors and educates at-risk persons. Her primary focuses as mayor is creating jobs, public safety, and education. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Karen Goh.
What a loser. She never served though. She sounded like there was a lot of service that she ever served.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Hofer. Really appreciate your advocacy on behalf of all of our future soldiers. I think we just heard the Star Spangled Banner, and the last verse says, "The Star Spangled Banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." And the reason we get to be in the land of the free and in the home of the brave is because of you soldiers and because of you future soldiers. I just had the pleasure of talking with Dustin and Cody and Jose, and I was asking them why they want to go on this amazing venture. And they were saying to protect our country, to serve our country and to better themselves.
From
What a
monsters-
wonderful choice
from
you are
monsters
making
like
as
that.
young men and women.
She's a monster.
Theodore Roosevelt said the following words: "It's not the critic who counts,
It's okay.
not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have been better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. The credit belongs to the man, to the woman who is actually in the arena,
What you talking about?
whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives
Our girl
valiantly,
has her hands full of it.
who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds,
And she
who
knows.
knows great enthusiasm,
The law dog.
the great devotion,
The law dog.
who spends himself or herself
The law dog.
in a worthy cause,
Here's the law dog.
who at the best knows the end, the triumph of high achievement,
Follow the
and
journey.
who at the worst, if he fails, at least shall never be with those
We got
cold
your seats.
and timid souls who neither know victory or defeat. You all are the ones who are going to be in the arena, and we are so proud of you. Families, thank you so much for making the sacrifice and sending your young men and your young women, your precious children, to serve the United States of America. And in just a few minutes, you're going to take that oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And it is the great United States of America, the free United States of America, that you have the privilege of defending, and we have the honor of having you defend. So thank you, young men and women, future soldiers, who in just a few minutes will actually be soldiers the minute you take that oath.
Don't forget the law dog.
Don't forget, what was it?
The law dog. She has something to say. She was like, her son's graduating.
Okay,
She
we're
would
not
like-
going to forget
Oh, but you don't
anyone
want-
in
you
all
don't
of
wanna
this.
hear it.
Somebody's telling me not to forget somebody, and I'm not forgetting anybody. We appreciate you so much for being over here and your willingness to move forward. And I'm going to give this back to our wonderful staff sergeant. And on behalf of the city of Bakersfield, Chief Alberson, Assistant Chief
She ain't gonna talk.
Burton, Brent Stratton, and all of the
Like-
city of Bakersfield, we offer you our sincere appreciation. Back to you, Sergeant.
Good job, law dog. You did your time. So, if you feel like you're getting pinched, it's because you are.
At this time, Commander and the First Sergeant of the Bakersfield Recruiting Company, Captain Zarasua and First Sergeant Landers, will present Mayor Goh with a certificate of appreciation and a challenge coin as a token of appreciation.
Good job, Karen. Get back to your office and start crushing this
Ladies and
county some
gentlemen,
more.
we will now introduce and
You know
welcome
who
to the
we are.
stage Christine Diaz, who will be speaking on behalf of Senator Shannon Grove. Shannon Grove was born and raised in Kern County. After graduating from high school, Senator Grove served in the United States Army. While stationed in Frankfurt, Germany, she witnessed the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. Prior to her election to the state Senate, Senator Grove was the
Is she a
first
good guy or
woman
bad?
Veteran elected to the California legislature when she served the 34th Assembly District from 2010 to 2016. In November 2018, Shannon Grove was elected to the 12th State Senate District, which includes Fresno, Tulare, and Kern counties. Shannon Grove is a strong supporter of law enforcement, keeping students in schools with ample support for safety, encouraging small businesses with fair, not punitive regulation, and supporting the critically important agriculture and energy production in the Central Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, Christine Diaz, representing Senator Shannon
Now she's
Grove.
taking your picture so she knows who you are.
Where is Shannon Grove, by the way? I was hoping to see her. It was advertised on the marquee.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me today. It is a privilege to join you today
We're
on
waiting for
behalf
Grove,
of
not her.
State Senator Shannon Grove. She has a distinct honor of being the first female veteran elected to the state legislature,
And she couldn't make
where
it.
she currently serves
Wow.
as the vice chair of the Senate Military and Veterans Affairs Committee. She is also a proud member of the Governor Military Council. In these roles, she honors the courage young men and women taking the oath of enlistment into the United States Armed Forces. We are also here to express heartfelt gratitude to the families who support and stand beside them every step of the way. Today marks more than just a ceremony. It represents the beginning of a journey rooted in sacrifice, discipline, and unwavering dedication to our country. Senator Grove firmly believes we must always honor the brave men and women who choose to wear the uniform of our nation. Regardless of why they join, each one has made a conscious decision to put service above self, to protect our freedoms, and if called upon, to lay down their life for this great nation. Every oath is taken is sacred. Every right hand raised is a solemn promise to defend liberty, to uphold our Constitution, and to preserve the values that define us as Americans. These acts of commitment deserve not only our respect, but also our enduring gratitude. Senator Grove is herself a veteran of the United States Army. During her time stationed in Germany, she witnessed the fall of the Berlin Wall. She watched as people streamed into West Berlin, many of them overcome with emotion. That moment became a turning point in her life. It was there that she saw in very real and personal way the meaning of freedom. And it was then that she fully understood why must always be willing to protect it.
We all
After
saw
completing her
the
service,
fall. She
Senator
was
Grove
in the
returned to
center.
her hometown of Bakersfield, started a successful staffing company, and worked hard to support her community. But the call to serve never left her. In 2010, she was elected to the California State Assembly, becoming the first female veteran
Well, Sherry
ever
took your
elected
picture.
to the California
Sherry
legislature.
took our picture.
In 2018, she was elected
no.
to the state senate. Today, she continues to serve with the same commitment and patriotism she carried during her military service. On behalf of Senator Shannon Grove, I offer her sincere congratulations to all of you taking the oath today. You are stepping into a long and proud tradition of service that spans generations. You are joining the ranks of those who have answered the call to defend something greater than themselves. You are, in every sense, America's heroes. To the families who are here today, know that your love and support are what makes this service possible. Your strength sustains those who serve. You are too part of this mission, and you too deserve our deep appreciation. To those who have chosen to answer the call of service and to raise your right hand and pledge to defend the Constitution of the United States of America and this great nation, thank you. Your courage and commitment are a beacon of hope.
She was the best
Your
woman
service is
in
powerful,
Shannon
is a
Grove's
powerful
office.
reminder of the strength,
Oh, I'm not finished.
honor, and spirit that defines the United States of America.
No.
May we always
Is she
honor
even
your
legal?
bravery and the bravery of those who serve.
Don't.
May we never take our freedoms for granted, and may God continue to bless you, your families, and the United States of America. Thank you.
Where's Shannon Grove at supporting the military? This is our new military class. Where's Grover at? Supporting them. Hey, Fly Girl, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing but sit there and look at you and
At
listen to
this
your
time, the
pictures.
Commander and First Sergeant of the Bakersfield
Yeah.
Recruiting Company,
Hey.
Captain Zarasua, and First
I'm right
Sergeant
here.
Manders will present
Right here.
Ms. Diaz on behalf of
Anybody
Senator
wants to get
Grove
smart?
with a certificate of appreciation
I guess I don't
and
want
a
to get
challenge
smart
coin
after
as a
all.
token of appreciation.
I want to know where the support is for the military from the government. Grover. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now introduce and welcome to the stage Captain Robert Zarasua, the commander of the Bakersfield Recruiting Company. Captain Zarasua was born in Fresno, California. A California native, he commissioned through ROTC at
If there's
UC
any
Santa
problem
Barbara
at Fort Jackson,
in
South
2017,
Carolina,
where he earned a degree
where
in
I went
chemistry.
with Sergeant Kemena,
He later earned a master's
If there's a
degree
problem,
in public health care
you deal with
administration
it.
from the
Because I'm the only one
University
that could.
of
Now
the
you deal.
Incarnate World in Texas. Throughout his career, he has held key logistics and leadership roles in Hawaii, the Philippines, Jordan, Syria, and in support of other joint and special operations. Beyond his military duties, Captain Zarasua remains deeply involved in community service, regularly volunteering with the Kern County Animal Shelter, where he helps care for and rehome abandoned and at-risk animals. His commitment to service both in uniform and in the community reflects a lifelong dedication to serving others, making a meaningful impact, improving the lives of wherever he serves. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Zarasua.
Ladies and gentlemen, families and loved ones,
He's empty.
here we go, Office of the Senator. Thank you. Future soldiers, today marks the beginning of an extraordinary journey. As you stand ready to commit, know that the path ahead will demand dedication and grit. Yet beyond the demanding training and the hard work you invest, there is a fundamental strength that will sustain you. That's unwavering belief. Belief in your capabilities, belief in your training, and belief in the shared mission of a United States Army. Reflect on this truth.
I want to find out.
Every distinguished non-commissioned officer, every decorated officer, every great general who has ever led our formations once stood precisely where you are now, as a future soldier, ready to answer the call. They embarked on the same path, building their resilience, their skills, and their leadership one day at a time. The legacy they forged began with the courage you show today. Welcome to the team. We believe in you, and we look forward to the incredible contributions you will make to our nation's defense. Thank you.
At this time, your future soldiers will take their marks for the oath of enlistment. These future soldiers are committed to protecting and defending our country. They will become the backbone of the United States Army. During the Revolutionary War, American colonies needed a force of professional soldiers who were trained, funded, and equipped for extended military maneuvers. On June 14, 1775, the Continental Congress passed a resolution forming the Continental Army. This year marks the United States Army's 250th birthday. The U.S. Army prides itself in recruiting, then molding the nation's best and brightest into warfighters. These soldiers make up the best fighting force in the world. The country's founders knew that having an oath was imperative to distinguishing citizens from the individuals willing to answer the call to defend this great nation. The Congress that created the Continental Army proceeded to write an early oath of enlistment for the new recruits. Quote, I have, this day, voluntarily enlisted myself as a soldier in the American Continental Army for 1 year unless sooner discharged. And I do bind myself to confirm in all instances to such rules and regulations as are shall be established for the government of the said army. This early oath evolved into the oath of enlistment that we use today.
Future soldiers, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
Local or corrupt?
and I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and I'll obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations.
At this time, we ask Mayor Goh and Ms. Diaz to come to the front to assist with presenting certificates of appreciation for the families and for the future soldiers.
Look at that move. What a mess. That is a mess.
From the Bakersfield West recruiting station, Dustin Strongreed.
You want me to hold that? Oh, that's yours.
Cody Botto. Jose Gonzalez. Bo Manis. Adon Riso Jaramillo.
Done! Good job, son. Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Hollywood.
From the Bakersfield East recruiting station, Kaylee Rodriguez. Alexia Cooper. Alexander Lopez. Esteban Lopez Medrano. Deborah Ramirez. Adrian Rojo.
Coming with a crowd this size, get ready to go in. The size of this crowd, I would say they're way less than motivated.
Dakota
This is the only
Davis
chance these kids got
Gaspich.
is to join the military. They'll never make it in Kern County.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get a video.
Oh yeah, look at this stuff.
Nope.
Katori Kadechi. Alec Dominguez. From the Delano recruiting station, Kevin Sanchez.
Did I hear you say you're the fire chief?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you city or county?
City.
Then you can't help me
Sorry to hear that.
unless you happen to know who the head honcho is of the county.
Aaron Duncan.
Aaron Duncan.
Yes.
Well, why don't you, if you don't mind, ask Aaron Duncan how come I have record picture and video evidence of the 3 thugs that came and arsoned my horse trailer and my son's girlfriend's car, an honorably discharged disabled veteran, torched those vehicles to the ground. And we know who did it, but yet last time I went over there to the arson division to speak to somebody about it, first they tried to gaslight me and tell me I'm not a victim, even though the horse trailer's mine. So I don't know where he got that information from. But as of today, and this was nearly a year ago, no arrests have been made. Now, I suspect that either the thugs that did it are off the books confidential informants doing the bidding of law enforcement because they don't like my exposure of corruption and incompetence. So Lorianne Wiley, that's who I am. I don't know if you'll remember that, but Mrs. Wiley, I have a video.
For the playing of the Army song. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. We encourage friends and family to come take pictures today and come visit the space at the memorials here at Jastrow Park. We want to thank the Armed Forces Recruit Riders, Mrs. and Miss Bakersfield, and the 422nd Military Police Company for attending and supporting today's ceremony. In addition, refreshments have been provided today by locally and veteran-owned Bakersfield Barbecue Company. Please feel free to join our cake cutting for the Army's 250th birthday in the back. And on behalf of the Bakersfield Recruiting Company, thank you for attending today's event and have a great rest of your day.
So anyway, I suspect my requests to affect a chain of ladder to the big guy have been ignored. Like I said, I went out there and I videoed it, so there's proof of not only this guy saying I'm not a victim when I am. That was my home. That trailer was on my property, and it's mine. So why he would even say that?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on.
I wish I could help you.
Well, if you talk to Mr. Duncan, tell him to get a hold of Lorianne Wiley. Anybody that says they can't get a hold of me doesn't really want to get a hold of me.
Well, I speak to him on a fairly regular basis.
Yeah, just ask him, say, Lorianne Wiley shot me out. She had a son here, and, we're law-abiding citizens. These people are not. What's the status of that investigation?
I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Probably by next month.
Can I get a selfie with you? Sure. Yeah, I met you in front of the, oops, what happened? What happened? I can't see. I met you in front of the court building downtown, I think.
Zimmer's House of Horrors over there downtown.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you. That was a great speech.
Thank you so much.
Too bad you're not putting it into practice. There's a lot of corruption in this county, and you know it, and I'm the law dog, you need to look me up and you need to stop it.
Well, your daddy's. I trained your
Folks,
daddy.
Officer Karen Law Dog, you know, she talks a talk but doesn't walk
Most
the
of them
walk.
made it. Why? Because we had each other's back. If you ain't got each other's back, well, we'll be over there at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, if we hear one peep of any kind of problem. And
Let
we
me get
will,
some
I will
pictures.
rip